All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Running the Ropes right here on the SNS Radio Network, the Unchained Wrestling Network, and KJCC Real Campus Radio. Brian Maverick Bertrand here with Chris Kelly from headlockstoheadlines.com. And on the phone lines right now, a former WWE Divas champion, Maryse Ouellet. Maryse, how's it going?
I love how you say my last name.
Did I say it right?
No, but that's kind of cute, though.
Oh,
Ouellet.
I tried.
Isn't it Ouellet? That's how I pronounce it.
Oh, my God. It's Maryse Ouellet. But the
Ouellet.
American version is Maryse Ouellet.
We say it so wrong. We say it by how...
I think it's a great entrance, though. Thank you.
No problem. But I'll remember, Maryse Ouellet. Is that how you do it?
That's awesome.
Okay.
Wow, you're getting good.
I'm getting there. I try.
You sounded 100% French.
Oh, that's cool, because like, I have family in Louisiana, and they always love that French Quarter down there, so it's awesome.
Oh, yeah, I've been there a few times. That's awesome.
It's
probably the only French section of the United States, actually.
It is. It's by far, like, probably the second favorite place I've ever visited, first being Arizona. So
why Arizona?
Well, because I like Native
That's
Americans. I like the Native American culture down there. And it's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome. So plus Indian casinos and all.
My mother is half Native American. She's from New Brunswick, Iroquois, Canada.
Oh, okay. I know some of my family has like Sioux roots in North Dakota. So there you go.
Do you know,
That's awesome.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Why about now?
Native American Indians, buddy.
Okay, carry
Well,
on.
that's the reason why I tan so good. I always have a great tan because of my mother. So I would like to thank her for that great genetic. I'm just joking.
I would like to say that we want to thank your mother, too, for giving you such a perfect tan on TV and just looking awesome.
It might have been a little like I had a little help for my tan on TV, but in general, I'm not like Seamus looking.
Yes.
So.
Oh, you bring up Seamus.
Which is not hard to beat.
No, not at all. I watched him. I saw him take on some people in the Indies, and he'd get like open hand chops to the chest, and you can see giant red handprints on there. It's hilarious. Oh, it's so great. I often wonder to see him in Ring of Honor, so that one of the guys there could really give him a chop and see how purple that thing gets.
Oh, that's
This is the
insane.
part
You
where-
can see the veins in it, or like it's almost like you can see everything through his skin.
I'm surprised you can't see his rib cage through his skin.
And he's very muscular. He's very big. Seamus is a big guy
Yes.
in person.
Scary looking dude, I bet, in person sometimes.
This is the part where I point out
Well,
that
I
I'm
mean,
not
the
pale like
pasty-wise
Seamus.
doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. What did you think about when the Muppets were on there and he was with Beaker? Did you really see the resemblance?
I mean, I'm from Montreal, so when I was younger, well, the Muppets were more. It was in English and American mostly. So I mean, to me, I know it's such a big deal in America, but I mean, I don't remember the Muppets.
Really? I never knew that. I never knew that.
No, I don't really. I don't think it's part of our. No, I don't. I mean, everybody was so excited about it, and then I just. I mean, I know they are, but I just don't remember them as much as everybody else.
It doesn't click as much as I guess it did with everyone else. Yeah, it makes sense. But let's talk about Maryse. What's Maryse been up to?
Well, Maryse is working on a House of Maryse. There's a lot of Maryse there. Yeah, it's a project I've been working on for a while. You probably heard about it.
What was it called?
And pardon me?
What was it called again?
How's Maryse?
House of Maryse.
Oh, okay.
He's like, oh, okay.
No,
you should be excited about it. Oh
no,
my God.
I'm excited about it. I was just wondering. I just wanted to remember the name so I could check it out.
Well, check it out because basically I'm hoping to launch at least a jewelry collection this summer, and then go on into fall, winter with other categories. But basically, House of Maryse is going to be, all those things I love in fashion, like accessories, clothes, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's a lot of work, so I'm hoping to be able to start this summer. But if not, it's going to be fall or winter. But no, it sounds it's pretty exciting. I mean, I put a lot of energy and effort into this, and being on the road for 6 years with WWE. It was hard to kind of combine both, but now that I'm off the road and I don't have to travel 300 days a year, I can focus on other things. And that's something I wanted to do for like years. So I'm really glad that I can do it now.
Was this a project you were starting at while in the WWE, or was this strictly after your time there?
Oh, I started before when I was with WWE, but nobody really knew about it. It was kind of like something that I was working on that I didn't really have to talk about it because it would have made no sense because I could not do it. So now that I'm able to do it, well, I'm doing it, and I'm really proud of it. It's like a huge deal to me. So
nice, Chris.
Check it out.
So I was going to ask about your release from the WWE because it was quite surprising because we all had read that you're back to full health, and then out of nowhere you were released. I mean, there were so many different reports. Like I saw one that you were too sexy for TV. I mean, that might be true. That's not released.
I think that's true. I was always too sexy for TV. No. I had 6 great years, and at some point, I was ready to kind of move on, and it's the next chapter in my life. There's so many things I want to do. I'm in LA. I know a lot of people. We worked into, I love acting. I love to be a character on TV. I'd love to play other characters that's just not the Maurice WWE character, like the heel. So, to me, it's almost, like I say a lot, it's like a TV show. You don't see me on this TV show, but that doesn't mean you'll not see me into another TV show. I mean, it's just the beginning of things. This was 6 years. It was great, but now I'm kind of ready to move on and just keep growing. And when I felt like in the WWE, I felt kind of, it was great for what it was for 6 years. I mean, I traveled the world. I met so many people, and the fans. There's nobody like the WWE universe. And I say WWE universe, it's funny. It's the fans. I mean, there's nothing like the fans. Wrestling fans are really loyal. So I think it's going to be really hard to find something that's I'm not looking for something similar, but I'm going to miss that, though, the fact that coming out, performing in front of a live audience, because there is no other job, and I call it job, it's not even a job, but there's no other things like that. So that I'm going to miss for sure, but I mean, I was just ready for next chapter, so I moved on.
I think I can speak for every fan. So carry on.
Yeah.
No, I was saying I think I can speak for every fan by saying we miss you on TV. Because when I went to the tapings of NXT and SmackDown, and you were the host of NXT, like the guys were like, "Oh my God, Maurice is dropped down like stunning." I mean, TV does not do you justice. I mean,
thank you.
Like half the guys were so busy watching you on the stage that we didn't watch NXT. So I had to go home and then watch NXT on TV because you took your attention, literally you were there and the guys were like, Maurice, just look at her. Screw wrestling, Maurice. It was crazy how much half the crowd just ignored the wrestling because you were the host of NXT.
Well,
you could probably say the same thing about SmackDown too.
This is true.
I mean, NXT was really different, that's for sure. It was really different because I used to play this heel bad girl in the ring, and then I get to host a show where I kind of have to be neutral, but still I still have that character. People know me as Maryse, you know. So it's like it was kind of weird at the beginning because like any other, it's total acting, right? So it's very like, it's hard to explain, but very different than the Maryse character.
Very out of the element of the Maryse character.
Yeah.
I think
the touch the hand and the hair flip and the attitude
and the hand. You gotta have the hand.
The hand, yeah. How did you come up with that hand movement? Because like, that hand movement went over like crazy, and no, it was just a single flip of the hand. I mean, how did you come up with that?
I came up with that because when I first started, I wouldn't speak English, so I didn't know really. I couldn't talk, so I didn't know how to express myself verbally. So I figured out another way to make people understand really quickly what I'm all about. So that was the way to, you know, I'm not I'm like a very self-centered person, you know, who does that? So you don't need to talk for 20 minutes to know what kind of person you are when you do those kind of things. So it was clearly,
and what's cool about it,
thing.
What's cool about it is that not many people actually got over by just simple hand motions or hand gestures. But I mean, you bring up, Chris, you bring up the thing about the hand. That got over real good. It was up there with the DX chop, the NWO hand thing, devil horns, I guess you call it.
Well, thank you.
And
it's one of the main thing I get. Every time I get somebody that I say, oh my God, Maryse, you know, if I do an appearance, I'll be like, Maryse, do the hand thing, and then I do it once, and I'm done for the night. Everybody wants to have the hand.
Don't you love taking that 5 seconds, just doing that, and then walking away? That's the easiest job in the world.
It's awesome. Yeah, no, it's very, and I would never think it would have been my thing, actually, to do the hand gesture, but it just, I did it a few times, and it sticks, so I kept it.
That's
awesome. You know, when people react to it, I just said, oh, that's cool.
Do you still
do you still keep up with the product at all, or are you way too busy in your house of Maryse?
Well, I watch sometimes. I mean, I still talk to the girls, so I watch. And Mike the Miz, obviously, I watch him as is my boyfriend for the past almost 4 years.
Right.
So I've been watching the show because I support all of them, and it's another TV show that, you know, I try to keep up with everything.
Did you feel bad when he went to mid-card too? I kind of did.
Pardon me?
Did you feel bad when he went from main event status to mid-cards? Because I kind of like seemed a little confused by that myself.
Well, I mean, I think he's doing a great job, and to me, I don't see it as, you know, you say mid-card or main eventer. I just see it as I have a different perspective of all this, so I think he's doing a great job.
Oh, okay. Well, you know us, so we analyze everything like that.
Now, you bring up the fact
that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
You bring up that you still talk to the girls. Now, one girl that I thought you had a great match was with Natalya. When you guys were over here for the UK tour on Superstars, you and Natty had a fantastic match. What are your thoughts on her current fighting gimmick?
She's one of my favorites.
What are your thoughts on her current gimmick where she's farting?
I have a hard time understanding you with your accent. Could you repeat that?
Well, he asked, what are your thoughts on her new current farting gimmick?
Oh, I didn't see it.
You haven't seen it?
Actually, yes. I've seen one pre-tape that she was doing with Beth Phoenix. I mean, as long as she's happy with her character and that she's fine, that's okay with me. Because, I mean, I love Natalya. She's one of my really good, like, on the road, we were always together. She's one of my really good friends, even though we don't talk about wrestling much. We'll be talking and texting every day. We won't be talking about wrestling. We will be talking about shoes and closets and clothes and makeup. And I am 100% serious. Natalya would be posting me pictures of her shoes and say, you see, Frenchie, you see what I got? And then I would have to and then I would have to be like, oh no, okay, watch this.
And then you got to outdo her.
Yeah. So it's been something going on for like 2 years now, and I remember going to TV and be like wearing my really nice new Christian Louboutin and just walk backstage and be like, I can't wait till Natalia see those. And then I would walk into catering, or she would be like, oh my God, you did not do it. And yes, I did. And she would be laughing about it, but we would kind of, throw jab at each other in a good way.
Nice.
And yeah, that's the thing I really miss about the WWE is the great relationship I built over the years, and we traveled the world together. So I have great friends over there, and they're on the road all the time. So it's hard for me to see them.
Hard for you to see
life.
them like you used to in the locker room, I'm sure.
Pardon me?
It's hard not being with them in the locker room and just hanging out, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, traveling and having fun, and we had crazy, laughs, and we used to laugh all the time. And,
right.
Especially like Natalia is one of the funniest person I've ever met in my life. Like that girl in person, she should be a stand-up comic. She is absolutely ridiculous.
Hey, I'm sure a lot of guys would pay to see that anyway.
Probably.
I want to ask on one of the Facebook questions we got from Cole. Cole asks if you ever plan on coming back to the WWE.
I am planning on coming back for $1 million. and a match at WrestleMania, probably like main event, something like that.
Hey, it could happen. You want to be the first one Vince paid for $1 million to get into the ring.
Hey, guys, I just love the way you laugh, by the way.
Thank you.
That might be the most bizarre thing that I've ever heard.
That's pretty good.
We've got a nice laugh. That's quite bizarre to hear, to be honest.
I'm in California. I laugh at everything. I kind of have to.
So, you brought up earlier the fact that you were in the E for 6 years. How do you think the Divas kind of scene changed from when you debuted to when you left?
Oh, because that it changed from what it was in 2007, 2008, when I had 12-minute pay-per-view matches, to now 30 seconds. I mean, it's hard to make the crowd relate to you when you can't talk on the microphone and you have only a minute in the ring, and they put 10 divas in the ring at the same time. So you can't build a character. You can't make people relate. There's no way you can get over. It's really difficult. It would be difficult for anybody. So it definitely changed 100% from where it was to where it is now. I just wish the girls would be given more and have more time to work. I mean, so maybe we could, because there's potential, but there's no time. I mean, it's hard. I mean, they need to give them something so they can't receive something, because if they don't, they're never gonna get anything. But I think, I think they deserve better.
Do you think that WWE going PG hurt the girls at all?
I mean, I know I was way too sexy for PG. I'm just kidding.
Well, that part's true.
I mean, they're PG. They're reaching a bigger audience at home, and there's a lot of kids. So I'm not sure. It's very interesting, because to me, like the biggest years for me, we were in PG yet. But also we were not like the Attitude Era. So it was like a mix between both.
I think...
But, yeah.
Okay. I think I speak for the fans when I say we'd rather have the non-PG era with you there than the PG era with you can't see me there.
I mean, I get that a lot. I get that a lot.
Considering,
I wish she would have been in WWE in the 90s.
Yeah, really. Considering what we
Beginning of
got in the
2000.
'90s, like we had Sunny, and Sable, and then we had the Nitro Girls. Would you see if it was back in the '90s? Where would you see yourself going? Would you be would you be one of the another one of the Nitro Girls, or would you be in a situation kind of like Sunny and Sable?
I think I would have been a little bit more of a Sable
Okay.
I agree.
type of. I mean, yeah, definitely. And I still like to this day. I get it. Not that people say, "Oh, you're like Sable," but I was the mean girl that's such an attitude, and Sable had that. So, yes,
She
so,
did. I
Yeah.
kind of like marked out when I saw her actually do a TKO to Mark Merrow. Just to see her have the body strength to do that. And Mark Merrow's not a small dude. Mark Merrow was probably about 230 at the time, and she basically did a good TKO on him. So.
She probably wanted to do it for real. I
She
don't know.
just wanted to show them they could do it.
No, that's good. That's good. Nowadays, you don't see really divas wrestle the guys. That doesn't happen.
Apart from Karma, because
So,
Karma can kick.
yeah.
Karma can kick butt.
Karma could, but I don't even think Karma would be involved because she's a woman, and I don't think men and women can be wrestling each other. Well, in the WWE, that's not going to happen.
It's happened before with China, but of course China was very muscular in that regard.
Yeah.
But you don't. Yeah, I agree. You don't see many women take on the guys unless it's like in the independents. But even then, that's only because of the class size at the independents is pretty limited when it comes to female talent. So that makes total sense.
Okay.
What were your thoughts on managing Ted DiBiase during his run?
I think that we could have made it to WrestleMania if we would have a better storyline, a better, how it is. Everybody could say that, but I really think that it could have been so much better if we would have been giving a lot more about the company. And when I say that about the girls, I say that about my storyline with him. Sometimes, there is little storylines that just need more involvement to be bigger and better, And I like working with Ted. He's such a great guy. He's really laid back. Like, Ted DiBiase is a really cool guy. Very funny. We had a great time. It's just, like I said, I just wished we would have had a little bit more. And I believe that we could have made it to WrestleMania that year easily.
I think so. I think if you would have got the $1 Million Man involved, I mean, he's working there anyway. Give him something to do. I think that would have been a great WrestleMania thing for him, for everyone involved.
Yeah,
so
totally.
Yeah,
well, thank you.
Yeah, really. Connor asks.
Yeah, really.
Connor asks on the Facebook. Hey, it would have been a great improvement. I'll say that. But unfortunately, we got what we got. But I think it would have been fun. Connor asks on the Facebook, basically asking since you have Miz on the road and you're Miz's girlfriend, with Miz being on the road all the time, and you're not with them, like, what's it like? Is it kind of weird, like lonely without him, or like I'm sure you guys talk all the time, but like.
Well, we do talk a lot, but it's very different than when I was on the road. Even though when I was working with WWE, we would travel together, but once we get to work, we would not see each other all day. Like, for instance, at TV, I would never see him all day because he'd be busy doing his own pre-tape almost. He would be filming something. I would be doing the same for me, doing something else. We would probably cross each other to eat for 5 minutes and say, hey, what's up, buddy? Hey, what's up, buddy? Okay, bye. Because we were so busy. And traveling on the road for the live events was fun because we could travel show to show together, but then we would be, I would be working out with the girls, I would be working with the girls, so it was fun because we'd see each other way more. But now it's he's gone, he's doing a lot of media, so he's gone a lot, and I'm really busy on my my side as well. So we do enjoy quality time together instead of like quantity, because when you're with somebody 24/7 all the time, it's a great thing because we get along really good. But it's fun also to not that it's fun, but it's okay to be doing, I'm doing my work, he's doing his work, and we talk on the phone, we Skype, we try to talk as much as we can. We'll text a million times a day. I think I probably sent him 100,000 pictures of my flake doggy already. His phone is probably his phone is loaded of pictures of my puppy. It's very funny to me, but
I think it's cool. I think it's cool because in that way it doesn't make you guys feel like you're getting distant or anything. I think given the fact that WWE wrestlers are on the road for 300 days a year, I think it's a really good thing to keep that going because not many.
Yeah, and I've been doing it too, so I know how it is. I think it would be very difficult for somebody that has not been in the company and doesn't understand wrestling, doesn't know wrestling, But I've been there. I know how it is. I know how it works. So it's way easier.
It keeps it from getting too distant, which is what I like about it. And you use Skype too, so it's not like you're not seeing each other unless you're not using the webcam part. So
no, and as well in 2012 too, you can just bring your phone and just hey, Skype on your phone, and it's just so easy.
Yeah.
I would be traveling to Canada or New York or whatever I'm going, and I'm on the go and I'm like talking.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very easy with the technologies those days. I mean, it would have been really difficult 20 years ago.
Yeah, I agree.
The only person I get to Skype is Maverick here, so I think in that I lose. You talk to the Miz, I talk to Maverick.
You lose. Gotta put up with your accent every day? Jeez.
My accent? I have no accent, Maverick. You lie. You're the one with the accent. But so looking back on your time within the E, I mean, how do you think you evolved? Because of course you started off with being the intro girl to SmackDown, to being a damn good wrestler, to leaving. I mean, how do you think you evolved within that company?
Oh well, I think I started by. From the beginning was from the bottom of the ladder, and I just one at a time went up, and I really started from not knowing what's going on to having a cool character on TV and being comfortable with my character. I think it's the time that you put into it's with the time you learn and you change, and I think that that's what it is. I mean, after 6 years, you can compare my 6th year to my first year. I mean, work-wise, it's totally different. There's just things that you learn by the time. But I'm pretty happy and proud of my run with WWE. I think I had a great time. I mean, I was Divas champion twice, and I had my first Divas championship for 216 days, which I'm the longest reigning champion as of now. And Beth Phoenix always tweeting about the fact that she is going to be the next one, which I doubt, because, I mean, I'm going to stay Divas champion for a while. So,
you guys did have a little Twitter war going on, too, so that was pretty cool.
I never really acknowledge the fact, because to me, it makes me laugh. At the end of the day, it's funny. Beth is a good friend of mine, but she always talks about how she's going to be the next one, and she's about 2 months away. So we'll see, but I mean, I don't think she's going to get it. I don't think she's going to get it just by the fact that I want to keep it. So.
Will Maurice run in at WrestleMania? We'll find out.
For $1 million in a minute and a match, yes.
For $1 million for a 5-second run in. Hey, I got your money.
If you see me wink and laugh, that's what it is.
That's our cue. Okay, gotcha. Chris, did you have anything else?
So, looking back at your run within the E, what was your favorite moment in that company?
In the company, winning my first Divas Championship. Winning my second Divas Championship was a very, very different than the first time. The first time I was just really freaking out. And the second time, I mean, I was freaking out too, but it was just a different time, a different situation, different everything. So for me, the first time I won my first Divas Championship, then Money in the Bank, climbing the ladder when I have all those major superstars laying around the ring, talking about Edge, Randy Orton, you know, Chris Jericho, Miz, everybody around the ring, and I'm just walking in the ring and trying to get the Money in the Bank. I mean, come on, that no woman did that before. So that was like one of my biggest as well.
You bring up your first time that you won the Divas title. It's funny because one of our co-hosts on this network, he despised your character, and when you won the belt, he held the belt hostage. He metaphorically held the belt hostage because he despised your character that much that until you lost the belt, he refused to watch the WWE. That's how well you are at
I'm so happy I made him so miserable.
And if feel free to shout him. His name's Andy Knowles. Andy Knowles was the one that refused to watch WWE because you were Divas champion.
Oh, we're calling out Andy now.
Andy, I'm so happy I made you so miserable. That's how powerful I am.
And that's funny because his nickname is the Power. So using the word powerful there, fantastic usage, my ad. I will make sure that he hears that snippet.
Oh, that's a sound clip if there ever was one. I have a question from the owner of the Unchained Wrestling Network, Dez, asking, have you ever had an idea of your own, like a persona or gimmick, or even an angle that you wanted to do while you're in WWE, but for some reasons did not happen?
Pardon me, we'll have to repeat this because my dog is absolutely crazy. My dog is absolutely crazy. Almost like I'm trying to talk like a UK or a British accent.
There must be something dogs know that if you're in an interview, they know to bark consistently and randomly, too. The owner of the Unchained Wrestling Network, Dez, asks, quote, have you ever had an idea of your own, like a persona, a gimmick, or an angle that you wanted to do while you're in the WWE, but for some reason did not happen? He's also asking for reasons, but if you want to leave reasons, if you want to omit something, I don't mind.
Well, everything about Marie's character was coming from me. They wanted me to be a babyface when I first started, and I said, no, I want to be a heel, and that's the kind of heel I want to be. And I said, trust me, I'm going to do it my way, and it's going to work. And they said, okay. They were actually pretty nice. They let me do everything I wanted to do when I first started, and I decided to do and go my way. And they always let me do my way. So I was really satisfied with what I had. But I just wanted to have more time, more everything, like everybody. You just want to grow and grow and grow. But from a lot of people, WWE gave me the chance to do whatever I wanted to do. So it's really hard for me to say anything like, I wanted to do that storyline or this or this, because I actually, did everything I wanted to do. Storyline-wise, you can always involve more divas and make the storyline more complex and more develop a little bit more. But, I mean, for what it is and for what I was giving, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, your character was fantastic. I mean, the bitchy heel is awesome. The fact that you're French Canadian was also fantastic because that is just kind of added to your character. So I mean, overall, I loved the whole Maurice character, and I want it back on TV.
Thank you.
For $1 million, I want it back.
And we don't mind where we see. Actually, I don't mind where I see you up at because hey, I hear there's a company in Florida that's hiring right now.
No, that's all right.
All right, I only have 2 requests, Maryse.
Yes.
We want to get a follow on Twitter under RTR Maverick without the K at the end, or H2H Crelly. Either one, hey, we don't mind. Of course.
Okay.
Everyone likes to follow Crelly. Don't know why.
I will mention it. When is the interview going to be on
tomorrow night?
It's going to be on tomorrow night for sure.
just tweeted you, "Hey Maurice, thanks for the interview." So you know that's me.
Just tweet it. Just tweet it and not retweet it.
Okay, and also real quick, can we get a liner from you for the show?
Not really.
Oh. I thought we had such a good interview, and I ended early.
No, I'm just totally joking.
No, I know. So it's Running the Ropes on the Unchained Wrestling Network.
Hey, you are listening to Maryse, the sexiest of sexy on. I forgot.
No problem.
Wait a second. I'll write it down.
Okay.
Unleash the ropes. It's a hard word to say.
No.
Unleash the ropes.
No, Running the Ropes.
Running the ropes. I was like, unleash the rope. Whoa. Okay. Okay. So what is this like a radio, like a channel or something?
Yes, it's on college radio, and then a day later it goes up online.
It's
college radio.
So how would you say that?
So it would be
like, I mean, how do you spell that? Because with your accent, I can't understand anything you're saying. Sorry.
What, me or Mav? I have no accent.
Oh my God! No way! There is no way. I do not understand that.
We're on college radio. It's the Unchained Wrestling Network.
All right. So what would you like me to say?
So you can say whatever you want, but the show name is Running the Ropes on the Unchained Wrestling Network.
Okay, wow, that's crazy. And is it like, do you want me to mention, is it like a website or like radio station, or it's like, how would you like me to say it to promote?
Just say, this movie, blah, 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 and you're listening to Running the Ropes on the Unchained Wrestling Network.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty simple.
Pretty cool. All right. No, that's interesting, though.
And you could diva it up all you want. That's fine.
All right, I'll just put my dog in this little like zone because my dog is like barking and screaming and jumping everywhere. You guys don't see that, but I have to deal with this for the past 45 minutes.
I've had a small dog before. I know exactly. I know the pain.
Oh my God! All right, so let's do this. So, hi guys, you are listening to Maryse, the sexiest of the sexy, on Running the Ropes on the Unchained Wrestling Network. Busy.
That's perfect. Alrighty, that was Maryse. For more information on House of Maryse, check out, houseofmaryse.com, coming this summer. So check it out. I command it.
Yes, and check out the FrenchKissMaryse.com website, which is my official website as well. A lot of sexy photo shoots and a lot of news about me, so you can know what I'm doing at all times.
And Twitter as well, at Ouellet.
It's
well.
It's Ouellet, not Ouellet. We just had a
me.
conversation about this today, buddy.
Ouellet. Oh, look, I'm British,
I
say
about
it
how
differently.
much it was just so funny with your accent because you do not know how much work it is for me to try to understand. I mean, you got to remember, I didn't speak English 5-6 years ago. So.
Right.
I think, to be fair, you speak better English than I do. So.
Oh, yeah.
No, you speak pretty good. Trust me.
Alrighty, Maryse, we're gonna go ahead and let you go. Get on your way, and thank you. And hey.
Oh, by the way, hey, you guys, if you want to talk about really quick, I have.
Sure.
I will be in New York actually next weekend for appearances by LaGuardia Airport, which is a big event. So should be pretty good. So. I should have talked about that, but I'm really excited because I don't really do any, I don't do much appearances, but that's a great way to meet all the fans, and I think it's going to have a lot of people, so it's pretty exciting. You guys should come over to New York.
Is it for an independent wrestling company? Is it for a wrestling company?
It's called a big event
Okay.
in New York. Just saying. All right.
If you do one in England, I'll come to wherever it is. I mean, I once travelled about 10 hours to go watch a WWE house show. So if you do an event somewhere in England, I'll come visit you.
Oh, well, I will keep in touch with you guys if I ever go, but that's pretty far. But you never know, so I'll just let you guys know. But thank you, though.
Awesome. Alrighty, we'll let you go, Maurice. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Maryse.
Thank you for your time. Hope you have a great week. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.